Hello, my name is Dekel. I'm the Director of Technology and Field CTO for Tanzu. Today I want to talk to you about the Tanzu platform, focusing on the platform engineering experience. A platform engineer, when they install Tanzu, the first thing they do is they focus on the IaaS control plane. That control planes allow the platform to communicate with the underlying infrastructure as a service, whether that's be VCF or public clouds, in a way that is consistent and allows everything else that we're going to talk about today, the different services, runtime, AI, platform, to be installed in the exact same way. Specifically, what the IaaS control plane does, it's a set of APIs that allows us to create and destroy virtual machines without any human in the loop, add and remove storage, define networking, and install packages. Each one of these operations maps into a set of APIs, either for a VCF private cloud or into any of the 3 public clouds. The APIs, of course, are different between GCP, Azure, AWS, and VCF. But once they are established and the IaaS control plane is in place, everything above that behaves exactly the same. And that is the core of why the Tanzu platform is such a unique solution for running on multiple clouds with consistent operational and developer experience. So the first service that the platform engineer installed is the runtime services. This is the foundation of everything else to run on the Tanzu platform. Within the runtime service, and as you recall, this behaves exactly the same regardless of the underlying IaaS. The first instance is the dynamic app containers. Tanzu platform handles containers built in. You don't have to worry about it, you don't see it, you don't manage it. Within each runtime VM, there is actually a set of containers built in that the Tanzu platform generates. Within each one of these containers, that's where all of your app instances will run. We'll see later as we talk about repaving and high availability that the Tanzu platform also has capabilities where to place your workload. So all of your app instances, let's say you have 3 app instances, they will always be distributed between the different VMs. So if one VM goes down, your app continues to run. All of that is handled automatically by the platform. The app developer does not need to understand how to create those containers, where to place the workloads, or how to handle the traffic into those containers. The second thing that the runtime services handles is the entire middleware as a service, whether that's be built-in logging, high availability, role-based access control, and a lot of other stuff like app storage and the way to do metrics. This is all built in and installed with each one of those containers ready to serve your application. We did not stop there. The platform engineer can now define a set of networking rules, how to manage traffic, how to do scaling if I want to add more instances to my app, how to handle routing. In fact, there is a MTLS from the moment the traffic goes into the platform into all of these containers. There is a north-south routing capabilities as well as east-west between each one of these VMs. All of that allows you to hand your developers an environment that is ready where all they need to do is log in into their specific space and org and start deploying application. More on that, by the way, when we talk about the developer experience in a different session. So once you installed the runtime services, the next step, of course, about an app without data doesn't mean anything. So the Tanzu platform allows you to install different types of data services to run with your apps. The first type is the platform managed one. That means that the platform installs a virtual machine or a set of virtual machines, then install the data service on top of it, and handles everything in the life cycle of that data services. from installation to scaling to lifecycle management and so on. There are 4 types of fully managed data services in the Tanzu platform: Postgres, RabbitMQ, Valky, Redis for caching, and MySQL. But you are not limited just to that. Let's say you want to connect to a public broker, to any kind of public cloud services, but you want to do it in a way that is very opinionated and very curated for your developers. Then you can install the public broker. Or if you want to install pretty much any open source or third-party software that is supported, you can install this on the platform. The difference, of course, is in those 2 cases, the platform does not manage the life cycle of your application. That is up to you. The platform serves as a smart proxy to curate those services for your developers. For these 4 services, they are pretty unique. They are fully hardened open source software that comes built in with the Tanzu platform that you are entitled to. So you get this popular open source database as part of your platform, fully managed as you install. Regardless of the types of services, you can define consumption plans. Consumption plans are what the developers are actually going to see in the marketplace, and more on that later. And the newest addition to the platform is a set of GenAI services. What's unique about GenAI and our approach to it is we allow it to be just another app. You do not need specific developer skills or specific platform engineering skills to quickly build and deploy GenAI applications on the platform. Specifically, the first thing we are allowing you to do is have model brokering. By model brokering, we mean that your platform engineering team can choose the right models or the right set of models, whether they're coming from public clouds or private environment, whether they are open source or curated by third-party vendors. And those models are defined in a way that our consumption of them is exactly like you're consuming a database. It's just a plan in the marketplace that you can switch, try, and evaluate. Bringing us to evaluation, we are also adding features that allows you to see how your model is behaving, how your app is actually interacting with the models when you're doing prompt engineering and other stuff. All of that is predefined by the platform engineers, allowing their developers to consume GenAI almost like it's just another service, just another database without any specific skills. But we didn't stop there. We went into the agentic lifecycle. What we mean by that is we made it very, very easy to write agents and deploy them into the platform. This platform is doing amazingly well for deploying microservices. And if you think about it, AI agents are nothing more than a microservice with an API. So it's a perfect fit for the Tanzu platform and for the platform engineers to allow developers to deploy agents on those set of AI services. And finally, we took MCP, which hopefully you've all heard about, but we made specific enhancement for an enterprise environment around security, lifecycle, scaling, observability. And we built this into the set of the AI services. So once you install these capabilities, your developers, your data scientists, your AI teams can start using MCP, writing agents, connecting them in a secure way that fits your enterprise environment and enterprise requirements. As you installed these capabilities, there is a set of outcomes that the platform gives you that I'd like to highlight. If you will, a set of platform services that are ready for consumption. The first one is a marketplace. This is a catalog of plans and services that your developers can just bind to as they are deploying their apps. Those can be data, it can be AI, or it can be third-party services. More on the marketplace as we talk about the developer experience in the next session. The second one is a set of health and observability services for the platform engineering to use in order to troubleshoot things that are happening in the platform, in the application, in the infrastructure, and so on. API Gateway, a very important capability for interacting in a modern way with application, as well as agentic deployments, very critical, single sign-on services, and fleet management. So the platform comes with a set of capabilities that allows you to manage multiple foundations, multiple instances of the platform across different availability pools, and do it in an automated way across a large scale. This is designed for a very large scale of deployment that you can monitor, observe, and health watch everything that you're doing in the platform. What I like to talk to you about next is a very unique capability that is specifically relevant to operating this platform at a large scale in a very secure environment. There are three capabilities, we call them the 3 Rs, that allows the platform operation and the platform engineers to manage the platform in an automated way, achieving unparalleled security outcomes. The first one is repair. Imagine we have a CVE or some critical bug that we need to fix, whether that's in our application, in our any of the libraries that are part of the platform, maybe our data libraries, our AI libraries. Things are changing rapidly, and we need to keep them up to date. One of the critical parts is, how do I repair quickly? How can I establish that fix across the entire stack that I'm deploying without manual operation? The platform does it for you. You are able to apply the patch into the application or into the platform environment, and everything will be patched automatically. The second thing is rotate. Credentials, whether those are credentials between data services, those are credentials inside my containers, maybe those are credentials in my app in the marketplace, or my credentials to access my public brokers for GenAI application. It really doesn't matter. The platform has the ability to rotate those credentials automatically, and even more, tell you when something is expiring and that you need to pay attention to it. And finally, what excites me the most is something called repave. Imagine that instead of building another firewall and another wall to prevent hackers from going into our platform, we just periodically destroy our VMs and just creating new ones. Destroying, creating new ones in a periodic way. This could be both for our runtime VMs, or this could be for our data VMs as well. Repaving allows us to pull the rug under anything that happened in our enterprise. The most thing that those hackers need is time. If we take the time aspect away, we can eliminate significant amount of risk. And of course, this is almost impossible to do if you don't have the platform generating things for you. Imagine trying to do repave when a human needs to go and actively create or manually create a virtual machine. It's impossible. What you need is a platform to do this automatically at a large scale, and then you can achieve these critical security outcomes that really benefiting the customers that are using the Tanzu platform today.